Hey guys, I'm going to take some time to try to explain a more complicated idea in music, and that is the notion of flats and sharps. To do that, I thought I'd use a piano keyboard because it so clearly illustrates and lays out the notes for us in a pattern. So on the piano keyboard, there's things that you notice right away. One is there are white keys and there are black keys. And you'll notice the black keys are in a pattern of 3, and then 2, and then 3, and then 2, and so on. On the white keys, these are labeled with the note names. So you've got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then you'll notice it starts over again. The musical alphabet only goes from A to G. You'll never have a Q or an R note, just A to G. But now we get to the black notes. And this came from the idea the other evening when you guys came to your bells. Some of you were looking at your bells and you saw 4 bells in front of you and said, hey, nope, I don't want to play 4 bells. This is too complicated. And I tried to reassure you that no, you're just going to play 2 at a time. And this is what we're talking about. It is where flats and sharps come in. So, flats, the symbol looks like a B, just like that. And it is a flat. And that means that the pitch will be lower, just a little lower, not a lot. Now a sharp, which is the hashtag, means the pitch is going to be raised a little higher. Not a lot, just a little. And when we talk about just a little, the proper name that we should be using is semitone. A semitone is a fancy word for what most musicians just call a half step. It's a step in music. So, a semitone, a half step, let's say if you wanted to use, you're at A here, and you're like, I need to go up a little bit, not all the way to B, just a half step. You're going to go up to A sharp. If you're at C, and you need to raise your pitch just a little, not all the way to D, you're going to go up to C sharp. Now, if we're going to be going in a flat direction, if you're on B and you need to lower your tone, that black note will become B flat. The same if you're on A and you're going to be lowering it a half step, you're going to go to A flat. Now, when it gets a little crazy is when you say, well, so here if you're at G and you want to raise your G a half step, oh no. That's where you need to understand that in some cases it's a G sharp, but in some cases it is also the A flat. It's still one pitch. It really just depends on the key signature in. If the key signature we're in calls for sharps, it'll probably be a G sharp. If the key signature we're in calls for flats, it'll then be known as an A flat. However, you'll probably never ever play an A and an A flat at the same time. They're just too close together. It's not a pleasing tone, and so we just don't do that. Now, if these are half steps, what's a whole step? Well, a whole step is between a C and a D, or a D and an E, an F and a G, G and an A and a B. However, you'll notice some of these white keys don't have black keys in between them, like the E and the F, or the B and the C. These are half steps. So what can be really weird is if that you're on B and you need to have a B sharp, which almost never happens, it'll be a C. If you're at C and need a C flat, you're really talking about B, if you're moving in that half step direction. All of these others, like between C and D, whole step, whole step, whole step. It's kind of a complicated idea, this idea of flats and sharps. We can play them on Wednesday evening. We can hear how they sound. That might also help. But if you get the idea that in music we're moving by half steps, And then you'll realize that really if you're the D flat or a C sharp, they're both the same note. They're both the same tone. And it really depends on the key signature you're in. I hope I didn't completely confuse you. I hope I cleared it up a little bit. But if you have any questions, please bring it up at our next rehearsal. Thanks.